I was thinking about this question and then I saw Noble's video asking the same, so I wanted to make my own theory. Where is the infinite dragonflight at the moment, and where is Irridikron? The Infinite want to bring about the transformation of Nozdormu into Morzon, which was their goal in Dawn of the Infinite, and part of their motivation for working together with Irridikron. The Infinite is successful, but the alternate timeline version of Nozdormu was transformed within a short time span of when we meet him as a proto-drake, and his transformation in this timeline happens within the time window of Galakron's death. Chromie takes us back in time to fight alongside the Aspects to defeat Eternus and save Nozdormu from his fate. When we do so, Nozdormu remarks that he is surprised it was not inevitable. But the Infinite already told the Bronze Aspect that they would come back and try again. Until the infinite dragonflight, which spans infinite timelines, is utterly extinguished, they will never stop attempting to turn the Aspect. But where is the infinite dragonflight, and where is Irridikron? With the defeat of the Primalists, Kalashi, Firelands Insurgents, Fyrakk, Raszageth, and anyone else at his side, the last known allies of Irridikron are the Infinite Dragonflight. He has some sort of bargain with Xal'atath, but I do not think they are in service to one another, and would both be looking to outsmart each other to their own ends. Irridikron did tell us where he was going to appear, and we know it will be when the Titans return again in Northrend, during the last Titan. The infinite dragonflight lacks an aspect or proper leader without Morzon, and Irridikron lacks a fighting force, and so I think their partnership would go hand in hand. I think we will see the infinite dragonflight as a key part of the fighting forces of Irridikron later. It is of great utility for Irridikron to have them as well, because he is a great strategist and tactician that employs gambits and trades to eventually reach the endgame that he finds favorable, and so their clairvoyance into the future or possible timelines is very useful for that purpose. Assuming that Irridikron, 1. Isn't in the void somewhere, 2. Isn't underground in some remote place that we can't even imagine or go to, 3. Isn't on an undiscovered continent, then he's probably in Northrend. Irridikron holds a special place in his heart for Northrend. It is where dragonkind infamously spawned, and where protodrakes have a long documented history through the ages. Irridikron's lair is Harrowsdeep, which is even said to be in Northrend in the book War of the Scaleborn. It was formerly the Primalists' headquarters during the ancient war between dragons and Primalists, over 20,000 years ago. Quote, the entrance to Harrowsdeep was a cave mouth at the base of the mountain encrusted in ice and snow. A massive sinkhole in the center of the entrance chamber led to a pool of water at the bottom, with a waterfall coming down the hole. From there, dark tunnels led further underground. With his earth magic, Irridikron could change the tunnel's directions to make intruders wander lost. Irridikron's war cavern within Harrowsdeep was a massive, dark chamber, with a lake of magma and several islands of stone, as well as a central platform where Irridikron conducted his business. The deepest and largest cavern of Harrowsdeep, a place that Irridikron never expected another besides him to see, dropped into a deep black abyss, with the walls lined by basalt pillars, and elementally infused topaz crystals jutting from the ceiling. A floating island hung above the pit, orbited by floating rocks. End quote. I think that the remaining elemental drakes, elemental forces still backing Irridikron, and the infinite dragonflight are hiding out here with Irridikron. It is a name-dropped location with intricate detail which we have not visited in game, but we know the exterior of well, and we know it is located in Northrend. Surely from there Irridikron awaits for revenge while participating in the Infinite's plans to turn Nozdormu. The turning to Morzon would sow chaos for Titan forces and the Dragonflights, while potentially gaining an ally to his side. And I think this alluded to area with the basalt pillars and crystals is probably where the first incarnates were made, because Irridikron actually wasn't the first incarnate. I believe it was Fyrakk, who he threw into like a pool of lava and it transformed him into what he is now. So I think that we'll be seeing the site of where the incarnates became incarnates within the lair originally. And it does sound like maybe it would be a final boss room where we have to fight him and maybe some new incarnates or something like that. at the base of Boris Fall that I think the entrance to Irridikron's lair is, to Harrowsdeep. To me, this place makes the most amount of sense. It says that, quote, the entrance to Harrowsdeep was a cave mouth at the base of a mountain encrusted in ice and snow. A massive sinkhole in the center of the entrance chamber led to a pool of water at the bottom, with a waterfall coming down the hole. From there, dark tunnels led further within Harrowsdeep. And so, if you look around the map, there's a couple places it could be. It's possible that this sinkhole here, or that this Titan construct here, used to be the sinkhole. It is kind of leveled out there. But unless there's a waterfall around here, maybe for reference, that survived 20,000 years, I'm gonna assume maybe that it's right here at Boris Fall, because you've got this frozen over layer of water. If you come over here, you can find more of it. But this is the only spot with a waterfall. And doesn't this waterfall look exactly like it would open up into something? I mean, look at it. That just looks like there's something behind it. I don't have Mechionier's goggles to look through it, but there's probably nothing there right now. But assuming that it's consistent with how it was 20,000 years ago, which I know is a long shot because of Sundering, if what Blizzard wrote does happen to be consistent, then I think this is the best place for it to be. This is probably where Harrowsdeep's entrance is.